Woo!
You got that right. You ain't never lie. We made it.
All right.
You ready?
1, 2, 3, go.
Ready? Okay.
One more time.
I
Ready.
need you to.
I was never a
You
cheerleader.
always do this.
I play basketball.
I don't
Okay.
understand.
Can you do the ready?
What's your
Okay.
life doing? Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Ready? Okay.
Okay. We can call this the big 4th of July show.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Because hopefully we can make this the best of. Of course, you're listening to the Open Mic Talk Show on KRMP 92.1 1140, as well as KGTO 99.1 1050 in Tulsa. So it's all good. Miss Lana.
Yes, sir.
What does the 4th of July mean? Period. And then what does it mean to you?
Okay.
I have an audio clip that I want to play, and it's going to talk about the history of the 4th of July and celebrating the independence, and we're free. And okay, now you know that during Black History Month, which it's really every day, all day, not just 28 days. We talked about Frederick Douglass. And he made a speech. They wanted him to give a speech around the 4th of July.
Okay.
And he killed it. So what the 4th means to a slave. Okay. Now, I don't want to start anything. I don't want all our calls to start, going off like, this country forgot about me.
Oh, okay.
I just, want to play the first audio where it's talking about the 4th of July and the history behind it, the real meaning of the 4th of July. Okay?
Okay.
And then I want our listeners to listen to what to the slave is the 4th of July. And this is actually a news clip, audio clip, a documentary that I found that James Earl Jones read a portion of the Frederick Douglass historic speech. I think it's so cool. I love listening to and reading about historical facts and things like that. And let me just say this for the record. You can also listen to this broadcast by going to okcheartandsoul.com and scroll to the bottom, open mic, and the podcast, and click on today's date, Lana, which is Friday, June 30th?
That's right. All day.
2023?
You got that right.
2023?
Yeah.
2023.
Okay, we're saying that.
Can't wait for 2024. Okay, I'm just letting listeners know this because it's going to be posted on all our social media outlets and also our YouTube site as well. So that's why I'm specifically saying that. Okay, so now, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let me play this clip. This is a clip talking about the real meaning of the 4th of July. So just sit back and listen, and then I will play the second clip.
Traditionally, the 4th of July is a day for fireworks and cookouts. But we should take the time to also appreciate the deeper meaning of Independence Day. The founding of the United States of America was an unprecedented achievement of enormous moral and practical significance. America was the first and only nation founded on the idea that your life belongs not to a king or to the Pope or to the states, but to you to pursue your values, your happiness. The founders believed it was the government's job to protect this right. On July 4th, we celebrate the founder's vision of the sovereign individual who is free to live by his own independent judgment and to pursue his own life and happiness. From the Ayn Rand Institute, I'm Yaron Brook.
Okay. Okay, kill that noise. Okay. Now you heard that one. That was nice and pretty and everything. Okay, now I wanted to play this, and once again, if you're just now tuning into the show, just played an audio clip, the meaning of the 4th of July, and then I found another clip courtesy of Documentary Now, where it is a snippet of Frederick Douglass' speech, What to a Slave is the 4th of July, and James Earl Jones. So let's just check this out. I just find it interesting. We don't have to spend the entire show. I don't want, folks calling up and, complaining and good stuff like that. So let's check this audio clip out.
Today in this special broadcast, we begin with the words of Frederick Douglass. Born into slavery around 1818, Douglass became a key leader of the abolitionist movement. On July 5th, 1852, in Rochester, New York, Frederick Douglass gave one of his most famous speeches, "What to the Slave is Your 4th of July?" He was addressing the Rochester Ladies Anti-Slavery Society. This is James Earl Jones reading the historic address during a performance of Voices of a People's History of the United States. It was co-edited by Howard Zinn. The late great historian introduced the address.
Frederick Douglass, once a slave, became a brilliant and powerful leader of the anti-slavery movement. In 1852, he was asked to speak in celebration of the 4th of July.
Fellow citizens, pardon me, and allow me to ask, why am I called upon to speak here today? What have I, or those I represent, to do with your national independence? Are the great principles of political freedom and of natural justice embodied in that Declaration of Independence extended to us? And am I, therefore, called upon to bring our humble offering to the national altar and to confess the benefits and express devout gratitude for the blessings resulting from your independence to us? I am not included within the pale of this glorious anniversary. Your high independence only reveals the immeasurable distance between us. The blessings in which you this day rejoice are not enjoyed in common. The rich inheritance of justice, liberty, prosperity, and independence bequeathed by your fathers is shared by you, not by me. The sunlight that brought life and healing to you has brought stripes and death to me. This 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn. To drag a man in fetters into the grand illuminated temple of liberty and call upon him to join you in joyous anthems were inhuman mockery and sacrilegious irony. Do you mean, citizens, to mock me by asking me to speak today? What to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all other days of the year the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is a constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham. Your boasted liberty, an unholy license. Your national greatness, swelling vanity. Your sounds of rejoicing are empty and heartless. Your denunciation of tyrants, brass-fronted impudence. Your shouts of liberty and equality, hollow mockery. Your prayers and hymns, your sermons and thanksgivings, with all your religious parade and solemnity, are to him mere bombast, fraud, deception, impiety, and hypocrisy, a thin veil to cover up crimes that would disgrace a nation of savages. There's not a nation of the earth guilty of practices more shocking and bloody than are the people of these United States at this very hour. At a time like this, scorching irony, not convincing argument, is needed. Oh, had I the ability and could reach the nation's ear, I would today pour forth a fiery stream of biting ridicule, blasting reproach, withering sarcasm, and stern rebuke. For it is not light that is needed, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, the earthquake, The feeling of the nation must be quickened. The conscience of the nation must be aroused. The propriety of the nation must be startled. The hypocrisy of the nation must be exposed, and the crimes against God and man must be proclaimed and denounced.
James Earl Jones reading the words of Frederick Douglass.
Were those words
They were very
powerful?
powerful. Yes, they were.
Or what? If you could imagine going back to when that was read on July 5th, 1852. And I remember reading about that occasion where they wanted him, and it bothered him. They wanted him to give a speech, and that was the speech that he came up with. And I just know, of course, everybody in the crowd was blown away.
Right.
So anyway, find that very interesting.
Thank you for sharing that.
Hey, thank you for listening. Hopefully that was something that other folks
Absolutely.
that especially, like for Martin Luther King celebration his birthday, we always play different speeches and sermons, not just that I Have a Dream. And then we played a sample of Mahalia Jackson. Tell them about the dream, Martin. And then he started freestyling. We played an audio clip of the speechwriter who said that he left my speech. That was all from the heart. So even with this clip, hopefully is, some of our listeners that never heard of this or never knew about that particular speech, what to a slave is the 4th of July. I just find that very, very fascinating.
I do too.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take a break. The line's open. Whatever you want to talk to us about, whatever's on your mind, 405-424-5767 or 427-6005. We're going to call this the special 4th of July show is how we're getting down today. So take a break. We'll be back with more Open Mic. Yes, sir. Hey, you need to log online, OKCHeartandSoul.com. And you can either click on the Listen Live link at the top to listen to the live stream, or scroll down to the bottom where you see Open Mic. It should be on the lower left-hand side, Open Mic Podcast. And this is Miss Lana. I'm going to turn real slow. Lana's in here somewhere. Oh, there she is. Boop, boop. All right.